This is Metro News Hotline, presented by Salango Law. Metro News Hotline is a 3-hour audio tour navigating the world of sports, news, entertainment, tech, and more from a Mountain State point of view. For your entertainment, Hotline is a no politics zone. You can join the conversation. Text the show at 304-825-5304. 304-TALK-304. Or call 800-765-8255. Here's the host for Metro News Hotline, Dave Weekley.
All right. Hello, West Virginia. We're back for more. Was there ever a doubt? Back for more in the 304. Time to get it done in the 681. Time to start this 3-hour audio tour for Tuesday, March 10th. 2026. Metro News Hotline. Metro News Hotline comes to you from the Salango Law Studios. Visit salangolaw.com. We have got so much stuff to talk about today. You have tuned in on a very good day for that. The chitter chatter. Coop, what's the story in there, man?
What's happening?
You got a shadow in there. What's happening?
Yeah. Got my daughter came in with me.
Is she babysitting you today? Or?
She is indeed. Yep.
Okay.
Had a bit of a personal hiccup and some schedule conflicts and so forth, and it just became easier for her to come hang out with me. So she's doing a little work, and she's oblivious to anything I'm doing, luckily. So we're in good shape.
All right, that's great. Well, she'll be replacing one of us probably sooner or later.
And you're lucky I got her distracted because she was ready to come for you.
Well, she can get in line for that. Beautiful day, gorgeous day today. 78 degrees. Ryan, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
All right. We had a lot of. Actually, I had some people reach out to me after the show last night that really. Well, they had questions about you, Ryan. They had questions about you.
They can ask my lawyer.
Oh, okay. Coop, we didn't even read some of the things people were texting in about Ryan.
It's getting a little uncomfortable, you know. I mean, when people are such fans, it gets a little uncomfortable.
Well, yeah, well, that is.
We don't promote parasocial relationships here on the line.
Well, one person sent in a note and said, Ryan's 30 years old. I thought he was just out of high school.
I'm not 30. I am 28.
Okay. We'll see. There.
Well, they said almost, and that's kind of almost.
Yeah. So we have people reaching out and asking questions about Ryan, which I think is good.
Yeah,
which is good.
Ryan worked for me when he turned 21. I remember the night.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yes, indeed.
Man. Oh, now we've got her attention. Hey, yeah, see how you doing in there? Oh, Coop. I tell you, man, dude.
I know, man.
She just melts your heart.
She's the best.
She just really melts your heart. I've known you forever, and I'd have to say, after losing the weight, having a kid was probably the best thing you ever did.
Oh, there's no. I mean, I lost the weight because of the kid. So yeah, man. I mean, the kid is it's been the only thing I wish. I mean, everything happens for a reason. So you know, I had her at 43, and for a lot of reasons, that's been perfect. But man, I wish she'd been in my life a lot longer.
And she is perfectly mannered right now. And I'm sure that's how she is 24/7, 365, right?
Find enough things to knock on here? Yes, indeed.
Okay, good job there. Good job there. Beautiful day, 78. Feeling a little Anthony Munoz.
Oh, getting into the OL.
Coop. I know it's early in the show, and I know we only have a few, and we have so much stuff to talk about, but I think I need a breaking news sounder.
Oh, what?
I think I need a breaking news sounder in the crosstalk segment.
Caught me off guard there a little bit.
All right, we need it. It's relatively good. It's
early
not
breaking
serious.
news. All right.
Breaking news. Who was it that said you can't go home again?
Ah,
I can't remember that.
I don't know. Shakespeare, probably.
Yeah, maybe Shakespeare. Geno Smith's been traded back to the Jets. Geno Smith has been traded back to the Jets.
Man, he should have taken that Wendy's offer when he had the opportunity.
Oh, man. You know, we were talking about it yesterday when Minkah Fitzpatrick got traded back to the Jets. You're like, why? Why are you doing this to me, Lord? Why? And now Geno Smith.
Okay, New York fans, will they be happy to see him or not?
The Jets are like the NFL version of that movie Event Horizon. Okay?
Oh, my gosh.
So... yeah, so this is going down. According to Shefty, the Raiders are trading Geno Smith and a 2026 7th-round pick to the Jets for a 2026 6th-round pick. So Geno Smith, hey, man, Geno Smith is going to be the quarterback of the Jets, right? Who else have they got?
They
Who
got
else do they have?
I mean, I don't know.
So
don't
Geno
know.
Smith made $40 million last year to get yelled at by Raiders fans. Now he can work at MetLife for $26.5 million this year. His contract he's due to make $26.5 million. His contract's expected to be adjusted. So think about this: Geno Smith, second round of the 2013 draft, and that's where he started his career. Man, do you remember the night that Geno Smith got drafted?
Yes.
Where he was like sitting there alone at the table pretending to look at his phone.
It's like he was on phone with Wendy's.
I know. But you know what? He's had a good run. He's made a lot. He's banked a lot, man.
The thing about, I mean, other than some of his like body language and public displays.
Yeah, there's that.
Discounting all of that, the guy's had a great monetary career.
That's right.
I mean, he's been a backup quarterback for most of his career. Has had a couple of pretty decent seasons where he's been the primary starter. Has he stacked up a few wins, but the bottom line is he got paid.
Man, he got paid. He's been in the league more than a decade.
Yeah. I mean, he's had a fine career. He's had a fine career.
So now he's going to be starting most likely for his third different team in 3 years.
That's going to go so well in New York.
Yeah,
that's going to go so well. Man, they have that great offensive line, I'm sure, that's going to keep him very, very upright for most of the season.
Oh, but that's breaking news. So Geno Smith's been traded to the Jets.
Also, it was Thomas Wolfe that said you can never go home again.
That's right. Thank you. Yeah, you're right.
So like Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Except not.
Yes, exactly right. Couple of things right off the top. Guess what's back today? Tickets Tuesday is back today.
I almost said some STD, and I thought that would be
no Tickets. Tickets Tuesday.
Chlamydia.
No, Tickets Tuesday is
it's
back.
Going around.
In fact, we've got Tickets Tuesday today and next Tuesday as well. Man, I had to dust off the old book of radio how to do it. It's been months,
it's been
right?
Well, we had a special Tickets Tuesday. We brought up I don't know.
Right.
It was end of winter or something. I can't remember.
But today will be Tickets Tuesday Classic. We'll open up the phone lines at 5:33, 800-765-8255. That's the number here. That's the phone number. Remember, the phone number is a little different than the text line, but at 5:33, we'll open up the phone lines. If you've never played the game, you get on the air with me. There are 3 categories. The categories rotate. You pick the category you want. You get a multiple choice question. You answer that question correctly, you're going to get 2 tickets to go see Chicago.
Yeah.
You're in Charleston.
That's right. The great thing I love about that whole lead into that is some of the tens of thousands of people that are here in Charleston to see the tournament who aren't normally in Charleston, and maybe they have a Hotline affiliate in their area, or maybe they don't, or maybe they don't normally listen to that station. Maybe they were listening to 1490 in Charleston. It's like, we better flip it over to the big dog, to 580 to see what's going on. What's this show? Hotline? What? They're giving away tickets to Chicago?
Yeah,
that's what we like to hear. So welcome aboard and have fun winning tickets.
You're right. We have a lot of unique listeners this week because we have out-of-towners in town for the girls' high school basketball tournament. Metro News is your home for that. All 3 games of the morning session today are over. We'll give you the details on that. We'll probably hear a little coaching, coaches audio a little bit later on from the victorious coaches. Categories for Tickets Tuesday today to win 2 tickets to go see Coop, what is the date of the show?
June 20th.
June
at the
20th.
Clay Center.
Yeah, I want to get that down. June 20th. And it's at the Clay Center.
It is.
All right, so there you go. So anyway, I had so much fun writing the questions last night. So the categories today are WVU and the Big 12 tournament, spring training and the Reds, and Chicago. Duh. So there you go. We'll play that. That'll be at 5:33 this afternoon. I wanted to ask you, did you watch any of the game last night between Team USA and Mexico?
Yeah, I watched pretty much all of it.
Pretty fantastic game.
Oh
right?
man, it was.
How about the crowd? You couldn't have gotten another person into that building with a crowbar. It was packed last night for that game.
Man, it just really goes to show you what baseball really has. You know what? I mean, those are great crowds. They're like it's better than playoff atmosphere, or at least about like playoff atmosphere. It's incredible.
How about all the fans that were in the building for Mexico?
I know. That's what I mean. The international and the thing is internationally fans cheer differently. And so it's kind of interesting when you start getting that mishmash of different types of fans and things like that. I don't know. I like the WBC. I think it's a good time. For some reason this year it seems to have a little extra juice. I don't know what the deal was with it, but it was a good game too. I mean,
real good
you
game.
thought when the U.S. Rolled out and got 5 runs in 1 inning, you're like, oh, they're just beginning to pile it on now. But that was the last run that they got, and they needed just about every one of them.
You know, there's a lot of criticism of John Smoltz, and some of it's justified.
Most of it.
Yeah. But he had a couple of things that he talked about last night that I thought were really important, and I really enjoyed the way he laid them out. Talking about how Aaron Judge and Paul Skeens were essentially the Pied Pipers of the group. How when they committed to Team USA, suddenly it's like the rest of the guys in Major League Baseball were like, okay, we got to do this. If you remember the first couple of World Baseball Classics, not everybody wanted to play. And I was like, I don't want to get hurt.
There was a ton more minor leaguers and college players.
Yeah.
Just not that long. Maybe not. Last in what is it? What did they last do it in? 2023, is that right? So in 2023 they did it, and there was a decent amount of guys on that team. I mean, they had Mike Trout and some guys on that team, But I think losing and Ohtani being out there striking out Trout to end the thing and celebrating, I think maybe there's some guys that's like, all right. Now, you still are probably going to have to face Japan and Ohtani in the championship game ultimately again. But I think you just had some guys that wanted to say, well, let's get our best out there.
Hey, and it wasn't a game last night. The final score of the game was 5-3.
Yeah.
Okay? So it wasn't one of those international games where you're watching and it's like a name the score 16-1 type game. It was a real game.
Mexico's good. They had a good bullpen. They had a good bullpen.
They're good. So, Judge and Skeens, when they committed, it was like, hey, I want to be on this thing. I want to be on this team. And that got me a little bit fired up to watch it. And one of the other things about the game last night, hey, I watch a lot of baseball, but I really don't watch a lot of Kansas City Royal games.
Oh, yeah.
Man,
Bobby Witt.
Witt.
Wow.
I mean,
what a guy. What a player.
What a star this guy is. I mean, making the plays and with the glove at shortstop, and he's like a lightning bolt coming out of the box. I mean, can you imagine being a fan of the Royals and seeing that guy play 160-plus games a year?
What a fun player, man. I remember watching all of those games when KC came to Cincinnati last year, and I was watching all those games. And, man, he's such a fun player. I mean, you hate him to be playing against you at particular times, but what a fun player.
Hey, the other thing about the game last night. So what's your take on the mini controversy between the big dumper and Randy Arozarena? Have you heard about this?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, well, when Arozarena came out to bat for Mexico, he tried to reach down and shake hands with Cal Raleigh, who was catching, and Raleigh wasn't having it. He wasn't having any of it. And then he stiffed him in the post game handshake line too.
Now he's a major leaguer, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, the big dumper, Cal Raleigh.
No, I mean
Arozarena.
Yeah, is
He plays
Arozarena
for Mexico?
Isn't he a major leaguer too, though?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dude, during COVID, remember he basically carried the Rays into the World Series.
So
against the Dodgers.
what's their beef?
The beef is that they're teammates for the Mariners, but we're on opposite sides last night, where the dumper plays for USA and Arozarena plays for Mexico.
That's an unfortunate nickname.
The big dumper?
Yeah.
I think it's fantastic.
Dave's about the only person in the country that uses it. Like it was revealed during the World Series, like they were talking. It was like, does anybody call this guy the big? Nobody in Seattle calls him the big guy. It's like,
not to his face. Anyway,
there's a talk show host in West Virginia that heard that nickname once.
By the way, that's absolutely false. Tons of people use the nickname the big dumper, and it is one of the best nicknames of baseball.
Nobody locally does in Seattle.
Fair enough. But the point is, do you think this is like a WWE?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's kayfabe. It's definitely teammates putting each other on. I didn't know the circumstances, but I wasn't even sure where Arozarena played now. But yeah, that sounds like teammates having each other on.
The clip's fantastic.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Like reaches over and Raleigh doesn't want to have anything to do with it.
Everything I've heard about Raleigh, he's like having your uncle as a teammate. So that kind of surprised me until the rest of the story. They're just having each other on. I think.
Yeah, but you know what though? I think it just goes to show that emotions are running high on these games, man. Chinese Taipei and the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico had a walk-off, and the celebration's insane. People really care about these games. And I got to tell you, man, when they first formed the World Baseball Classic, I was kind of ambivalent on the whole thing. But I'm kind of into it now. And it helps that the United States has got a really good team.
It's so much more fun than Olympic baseball, too, what it used to be.
Well, Bryce Harper was basically saying, and I'm paraphrasing here, that he likes the concept of the WBC, but it's not the Olympics. I'm not sure. I don't know, man.
Being the only game in town as opposed to one of hundreds seems like a plus to me. I mean, I guess you don't get the quote-unquote gold medal, but yeah, I don't know. To me, this seems like a better event for baseball.
So, girls' high school basketball tournament in Charleston is underway. We've already got 3 games in the books here. Let's see. St. Mary's dominated Pocahontas County 65-28. Charleston Catholic, one and done. Wyoming East gets that win today by 10, 63-53. Tug Valley just wrapped up with Greater Beckley Christian. Tug Valley won that game 60-13. The evening session begins at 5:30. Gilmer County, Webster County, followed by James Monroe and Lincoln. That's a double-A game. And then the final game tonight, is going to be Tucker County and Ritchie County. Hey, Ryan, we were talking about this yesterday. Did your dad find out that you were talking about him?
No. If he did, he didn't confront me about it.
Okay. So yesterday we had quite a few text messages about our conversation yesterday about John Wayne movies.
Yeah.
So to go back, you didn't like Rio Bravo.
No.
You didn't care for it.
It overstayed its welcome.
Did you see Heartbreak Ridge last night?
No. Okay. We didn't watch a movie last night.
All right. Oh, and Jeff just walked in. I don't know if I'm going to be able. We have enough time to just react to this for about a minute. Jeff? What's your reaction to the news about Hunter Green today?
Not shocked.
So Green's going to have surgery tomorrow to remove bone chips in his elbow, and he's going to be out until July.
Yeah.
Now, I saw some fans, Reds fans' reaction today to the news that was actually sort of positive. That it's not Tommy John. So instead of being out for 18 months, he'll come back after the All-Star break.
Yeah. So they're cleaning it out, and so the question was that he had 2 medical experts who recommended to him after the season last year to get an injection instead of undergoing surgery. So that's what he did and felt fine the whole off season. And then when he started to ramp up in spring training, had some discomfort. So I don't know.
Who knows?
In retrospect, you're like, couldn't you have just got that surgery after the season was over and then you'd be good to go now?
That's the question. But the 2 medical experts says, I think we can take care of. I mean, we're not privy to the conversations, right? But that's so they'll have to,
Yeah, who knows? I mean, when he fired up in spring, he could have one of those chips could have chipped, and another chip could have formed. Who knows? Of course, if you think about Shaquille O'Neal back in the day, when Shaquille O'Neal, his attitude was, if I'm going to have surgery, I'm going to have surgery on company time.
But I mean, but these guys are throwing like 100 miles an hour.
That's right.
There's so many of these surgeries. I mean, 100 miles an hour they're throwing. It's just crazy.
It is pretty crazy.
Eventually, they're going to replace that joint with like a titanium joint or something, and you're going to be wondering, like, at what point does this become unfair?
Yeah. Hey, I got a whole list of guys who have been productive major league pitchers after this type of surgery, and we'll get to that later. But Jeff, you just came over from the arena. What's up with the news? What's going on?
Well, let me just say, let me give an A++ to the arena, to the Coliseum. The seats are great. The new seats have been in there for a few months, and it looks great with the new court. I mean, it just looks big time. It really does. It gives you a whole different feel in there.
That's great.
And none of the first 3 games were that close. Middle game, the Charleston Catholic game, was the closest game, that they lost. But the game that I did wasn't very close at all. So we'll see what we get into tonight. But good recaps at the website, Joe Bricado. We got photos, pictures, video, all you want at WVMetroNews.com.
Yeah, the game recaps that they're doing over there are just fantastic to this point. Yeah, Charleston Catholic was the one higher seeded team that got beat today. Everything else was according to Hoyle. St. Mary's beat Pocahontas County, and Tug Valley, you had that game with Greater Beckley Christian.
Yes.
60-13.
Yes.
Hey, but they got to Charleston. They got a chance to get out on the big floor, and the experience means a lot when you play in the state tournament. All right, Jeff, thank you.
Okay.
Let's take a break. We'll come back with more in just a moment. Need a break from the headlines and mindless drivel? Metro News Hotline brings you that much-needed afternoon.
When I was heavy, being on my feet all day seemed like torture. It makes you feel defeated. I'm just going to be like this for the rest of my life. But then I thought, I'm done acting like that. I'm not going to be like that anymore. Bariatric surgery at WVU Medicine helped me lose 265 pounds. It's always been my goal to have my own place. I want everyone to feel welcome here. I would never have been able to do all these things before without WVU Medicine.
Sunshine, open roads, and a new Toyota from Dan Cava Toyota World. Lease an all-new Camry for as low as $398 a month. All new Tundras now up to $8,000 off. All new Tacomas now up to $4,500 off or lease as low as $399 a month. $7,500 off the new BZ or 0% financing for 72 months. We've got a Toyota for you at Dan Cava Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop the world.
You want to know what West Virginia is talking about?
It's good to be back in Morgantown today.
Now it's different.
I think it's mostly just business.
What I voted for and what I think makes the most sense.
Well, Dave, this has been a bit of a controversy.
I want to thank the caller last week that said I sounded like Hoppy Kirchhoff. That was flattering.
Join Dave Wilson and TJ Meadows Monday through Friday for Talkline on Metro News Television.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
It all comes down to this in Charleston. The 2026 West Virginia Boys High School Basketball State Championships presented by Chick-fil-A. Saturday, March 21st. Every possession, every roar of the crowd, every championship moment. Live on Metro News Television, powered by GoMart. Watch on mobile, Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV, LG TV, and select Samsung Smart TVs. Details at WVMetroNewsTV.com to get in the action.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
All right, let's take a break here for news at the bottom of the hour. We'll come right back with more. This is Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
This is Hotline, presented by Salango Law on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
West Virginia Metro News, I'm Daniel Woods. A bill that would return oversight of transfers in high school athletics back to the West Virginia Secondary Schools Activities Commission is headed to the floor of the state Senate. House Bill 4425 passed the Senate Education Committee Tuesday and would repeal a 2023 law that permitted a, quote, one-time transfer for high school athletes. WVSSAC Board of Directors Vice President Steve Wamsley says they want an opportunity to make things right.
We would just like to make sure that you would repeal this and give us a chance to redo this whole thing. I don't think there's anybody in this room or in the state that thinks that what we're doing is work. We just need to find a way to do it better.
WVSSAC Executive Director Wayne Ryan said competitive balance is deteriorating under the transfer rules, and if the bill passes, changes could be made by the end of the month. Governor Patrick Morrisey is criticizing state lawmakers for not giving final approval to the bill authorizing the state to begin drawing down $199 million in federal funds as part of the Rural Health Transformation Program. Morrisey saying during a ceremonial bill signing today, the legislature should have passed the bill in the first few days of the session.
Now, I think it's outrageous that here we are at the end of session and something that should have happened in the first week hasn't occurred yet. Terrible on every level.
The 60-day legislative session ends at midnight. It's a busy day of high school state tournament girls basketball at the Charleston Coliseum and Convention Center. Hear every game all the way through the championships on Saturday on the Metro News Radio Network and at WVMetroNews.com. You're listening to Metro News for 40 years, the voice of West Virginia.
Hi, I'm Matt Bainbridge. I'm a principal with CEC and the survey practice lead in West Virginia. My journey with CEC started as a staff consultant in 2014. From surveys to well pad design, CEC has nurtured my growth. In 2015, they empowered me to build a remote sensing group, providing the resources to get the job done. The best part is with CEC's support, my career and retirement plans are secure. At CEC, we engineer progress in the great state of West Virginia.
Find out what CEC can do for you. Visit cecinc.com.
Worried about paying for college? Metro News is proud to present the 19th Annual West Virginia Scholar Program, where one high school junior in West Virginia will win a full scholarship to West Virginia Wesleyan College, including room, board, tuition, and fees. For details, go to WVMetroNews.com and click the Apply Now button. Deadline is May 3rd. The 2026 West Virginia Scholar Program, presented by Greer Industries and the West Virginia Hospital Association. Go to WVMetroNews.com and apply today by May 3rd.
Members of the discontinued Marshall University women's swimming and diving team are suing the university in federal court, alleging a violation of their civil rights. In a video released by the university, President Brad Smith says this was not a performance-based decision.
Swim and Dive has represented Marshall with excellence. Academically strong, competitive in the pool, incredibly service-oriented with hundreds of volunteer hours in the community. This decision, unfortunately, was something beyond their control.
That lawsuit was filed on Monday. At the Metro News anchor desk, I'm Daniel Wood.
Discover the WVRC Media app, your gateway to pristine audio for every WVRC radio station across West Virginia. Download it for free from the Apple or Play stores and enjoy the best music, talk, and local news from Beckley to Morgantown, Charleston to Martinsburg. Our stations are locally programmed, delivering the finest music and robust local news and sports coverage. Experience West Virginia radio like never before. The WVRC Media app. We're proud to live here, too.
All right, welcome back to the show. Sound of Sports coming up in just a moment. Let me get you a quick couple of sports updates. WVU baseball. Mountaineers took 2 of 3 from the Columbia Lions from the Ivy League at home over the weekend. They are hosting the Maryland Terrapins this afternoon, and it's all old gold and blue to this point. Crooked numbers for the Mountaineers in each of the first 3 innings, and WVU still looking to add on in the bottom of the third with 2 on and 2 out. West Virginia leads the game 8-0. 8-0 over Maryland this afternoon. So we'll keep our eyes on that. Marshall baseball today, about 30 minutes away from first pitch in Louisville. Marshall's got a 2-game set with U of L. First game of the Cards going to tip, or we'll see the first pitch at around 4:05 this afternoon. College basketball this afternoon. You've got early round tournament action in many of the biggest conferences in the country today, so we're keeping our eyes on that. In the Big 12 in Kansas City, WVU is a 7 seed. They will play the survivor of tonight's game between K-State and BYU tomorrow night. You've got 4 games in the Big 12 for the men today scheduled. One's already gone into the books. Arizona State was a winner today over Baylor, 83-79. So Baylor's out of the tournament, and the Sun Devils are moving on. And for Bobby Hurley, I guess he gets a chance to coach one more game. Most people believe that he's on his last legs as the coach of the Sun Devils, but Arizona State won the game, 83-79. The other game this afternoon in Kansas City, Cincinnati, which really short-circuited their NCAA at-large chances when they lost to TCU in their last regular season game. They're playing Utah this afternoon, and right now the Utes lead the game 13-6. Wes Miller if Cincinnati loses this game, could that potentially be his last game as the coach of the Bearcats? Tonight, as I mentioned, K-State and BYU, they'll go at 7. And then the 9:30 game, the late game, is Oklahoma State and Colorado. All these first-round games today in the Big 12 are ESPN Plus games. In the ACC, speaking of coaches that could be potentially coaching their last games, what about Jeff Capel at Pitt? Pitt is playing Stanford this afternoon, and we're getting down to it. Under 6 minutes to go in the game. And Pitt, who trailed early but finished the first half with a flourish, they led by 8 at the break. They continue to lead the Cardinal 57-54. We'll keep our eyes on that. Most believe that Capel will be out at Pitt at the end of the season. Also tonight in the ACC, 4:30 tip, Syracuse and SMU. And then Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech is one of those teams, kind of like West Virginia, kind of sniffing around, trying to get a little bit of a spark in a conference tournament, get back into the conversation for the NCAA at-large field. Hokies will play Wake Forest. We saw Wake Forest play West Virginia here in Charleston in the early portion of the season. Virginia Tech and Wake will go at 7 o'clock tonight. The Hokies are favored in that game by 1.5. Oh, and so WVU's playing Maryland in baseball this afternoon. The Maryland basketball team is also in action today. You've got a pair of games in the Big Ten that are going on in the tournament in Chicago at the United Center. The Terps, the Maryland Terrapins, will take on Oregon. And that will be at 5 o'clock. That's a Peacock game coming up in about 90 minutes. And then Penn State and Northwestern, that's the late game. Man, the Knits really struggled this year. They won only 3 of 20 Big 10 conference games. They're playing Northwestern tonight in the late game, 7:30 on Peacock. And the Wildcats are favored in that game by 4.5 points. All right, let me do the question of the day. Question of the day. Don't forget, we got a Tickets Tuesday today. Coming up now in less than 2 hours at 5:33 for tickets to go see Chicago. But we have a question of the day. And, it's such a beautiful day here in Charleston. 78 degrees, not a lot of wind. PGA Tour, TPC, the Players' Championship is this weekend. We're now less than a month away from the Masters. And I thought, you know what? It's time for a question about golf. Time for a question about golf. Golf's postseason or post-COVID boom is not showing any signs of slowing down. Golf's total participation, both on course and off course, was a record 48.1 million participants last year. That's a 2% increase over 2024 and a whopping 41% jump over 2019. Over the last decade, the number of people participating in golf is up 55%. From 31 million in 2015 to the number that I just mentioned, 48.1 million in 2025. Now, one of the reasons for the resurgence in golf participation and just following the sport, inside and outside, and we'll get to that in a minute, has to do with COVID. Golf was a really great sport during the pandemic because you would get out, you wouldn't get in anybody else's face, it would get you out, get you a little exercise while people were going crazy. But since COVID ended, golf has continued to grow. And the other thing that's happening now, you have an entire group of people who are using facilities like Top Golf and souped-up driving ranges, at-home simulators, off-course participation, outpaced on-course by a sizable margin last year, 37.9 million players. On-course numbers came in at 29.1 million. Coop, do you believe that? That there are so many more people who are participating in golf inside as opposed to outside?
That's wild. It's like the only draw of the game for me ever was to be outside. I can't imagine wanting to go do it inside. But that's me. I'm not a player, so I'm sure there's other folks that disagree.
When Carl Lee comes in here on Mondays at 5 o'clock, we'll see the indoor golf sports stuff that happens on ESPN. And I have to tell you, I'm a golf fan, but I'm really not interested in watching that. But apparently a lot of people are, and you can sort of see where ESPN is kind of trying to ride the wave of this group of people who are interested in going to these golf facilities that are inside, participating with your friends.
I saw a guy break one once for getting so mad, so there's definitely some passion there.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that's a big guy.
Well,
that's a big man.
I've never done that. Have you ever gone to one of those golf simulators or tried to do that inside? Because I've never done it.
I just have never had any interest. Yeah. I've seen it plenty of times at places that I've been, but I've never had any interest.
So there's a lot more interest in, and one of the other reasons that golf is gaining in popularity is participation by women, females, and people of color. There were 8.1 million females participating in on-golf course activities in 2025, 4% higher year to year, and a 46% gain over 2019. So think about that. Nearly 50% more women are playing golf now than prior to the pandemic. And people of color, 7.7 million, up 10% year to year in 2025, and up 61% since 2019. So we got the participation numbers, but I thought this was an interesting subject.
You're the guy that follows this stuff too. That hasn't, that I'm aware of, and I could be wrong, hasn't reflected itself in ratings necessarily, has it? On TV?
I don't think so. No.
I thought ratings were flat or even down a little bit for golf on TV. So this is like truly like a grassroots popularity of the sport itself, and not like, there's no Tiger driving it or something along those lines.
No, and golf's not cheap. Okay?
No, not at all.
No, golf's not cheap. So here's the question of the day, and it's sponsored by Salango Law. Are you interested in playing or learning to play golf? And how closely do you follow the sport of golf? Because, that's kind of me right now, Coop. With a job like this, I don't have really a lot of time to play a lot of golf, but I really have always liked golf. My dad played a lot of golf. I played a lot of golf when I was younger. So the question of the day, it's sponsored by Salango Law. Are you interested in playing or learning to play golf? And how closely do you actually follow the sport of golf? To respond, text those in, 304-TALK, 304-825-5304. You can tweet me too, @weekly, WEEKLEY. And we're getting some pretty good, interesting responses to this. Here is Andy Smith on X. He says, Dave, I play a couple of times a week in the spring, summer, and fall. Have only had one lesson, which explains why it's hard to improve. I follow golf, but not closely. Not a Scotty Scheffler fan. He's the New York Yankees of golf right now. So, that's an interesting take. But I'm really interested in what you folks think about this. Once again, the question, are you interested in playing or learning to play golf? And how closely do you follow the sport?
That's a really good question. For me personally, if I would interject myself here, I wish I would have learned to play when I was younger.
Yeah.
At this point in my life, I've really, like, if I was going to pick up something all new, it would be something else. Like, it wouldn't be golf. But I do wish I learned to play when I was younger so I could just head out whenever I wanted to.
My dad would, he'd come home from work, and then he would take me to the golf course with him. And I was basically his caddy. In fact, when he would go to the driving range, I would get at the bottom of the driving range at the old Bridgeport Country Club, and he would hit golf balls, and I would catch them with my baseball mitt.
Nice.
So that was, so I'm
that's
running.
Good practice
it
too.
was
Yeah,
really a lot of fun.
Yeah,
so we had a lot
stuff.
of fun doing that. And we played golf together quite a bit when I was younger. But I just kind of felt like it was time for a golf question.
The last time I know that mini golf is not golf, but the last time I played mini golf, the kid legitimately beat me. Like, I didn't even have to lay off or anything. She legitimately beat me.
One quick note: I didn't mention this about Tickets Tuesday. It's been such a long time since we played it. 5:33 today. The categories today are WVU in the Big 12 tournament, Reds in spring training, and the band Chicago. And the one of the questions, the answer will be revealed before we get to 5:33. Okay? So that gives you a little bonus. You're thinking, I don't know if I want to listen to this show, but I want to be in the contest. Well, if you listen to the show, one of the answers will be revealed to one of the questions before we get to 5:33.
It's for that
Couldn't
concert.
do them all. Couldn't do them all.
Yeah.
Can't do them all, but just one.
That concert's on June 20th, which is a Saturday.
Oh, nice.
It makes it a Saturday in the park.
Nice. I did, Saturday in the park. I did a little bit of a deep dive on Chicago last night, and I'm sure we'll talk more about it as we go through this. We'll have a Tickets Tuesday about the band Chicago next next Tuesday as well.
Yes, we will.
Tell you what, let's take a quick break here, and when we come back, we'll get into the sound of sports. Stay tuned.
If you have a child who's a junior in high school in West Virginia or know someone that does, please listen up. Here's your opportunity to win a full scholarship from West Virginia Wesleyan College that includes room, board, tuition, and fees. The 19th Annual West Virginia Scholar Program is presented by ZMM Architects and Engineers and the West Virginia Farm Bureau. The deadline is May 3rd. For details, go to wvmetronews.com to apply. That's wvmetronews.com. Remember, application deadline is May 3rd.
Hi, I'm Grant Maltba, Project Manager with CEC. Ever dreamt of working hands-on with wildlife? As a bat biologist at CEC, I do just that. Every day is a new adventure, tackling unique challenges and helping clients meet their Endangered Species Act requirements. It's not just rewarding for me, but it boosts our local economy and aids bat conservation too. Want to make a difference in the field? Join us at CEC. At CEC, we engineer progress in the great state of West Virginia.
Find out what CEC can do for you. Visit cecinc.com.
Metro News Hotline, brought to you by Salango Law, will return right after these messages.
When I was heavy, being on my feet all day seemed like torture. Makes you feel defeated. I'm just going to be like this for the rest of my life. But then I thought, I'm done acting like that. I'm not going to be like that anymore. Bariatric surgery at WVU Medicine helped me lose 265 pounds. It's always been my goal to have my own place. I want everyone to feel welcome here. I would never have been able to do all these things before without WVU Medicine.
Sunshine, open roads, and a new Toyota from Dan Cava Toyota World. Lease an all-new Camry for as low as $398 a month. All new Tundras now up to $8,000 off. All new Tacomas now up to $4,500 off or lease as low as $399 a month. $7,500 off the new BZ or 0% financing for 72 months. We've got a Toyota for you at Dan Cava Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop the world.
You want to know what West Virginia is talking about?
It's good to be back in Morgantown today.
Now it's different.
I think it's mostly just business.
What I voted for and what I think makes the most sense.
Well, Dave, this has been a bit of a controversy.
I want to thank the caller last week that said I sounded like Hoppy Kurtzwell. That was flattering.
Join Dave Wilson and TJ Meadows Monday through Friday for Talkline on Metro News Television.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
It all comes down to this in Charleston. The 2026 West Virginia Boys High School Basketball State Championships presented by Chick-fil-A. Saturday, March 21st. Every possession, every roar of the crowd, every championship moment. Live on Metro News Television, powered by GoMart. Watch on mobile, Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV, LG TV, and select Samsung Smart TVs. Details at WVMetroNewsTV.com to get in the action.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
All right, welcome back to the show. 10 minutes till the hour. I knew this was going to happen. We gave the phone number out, and people called. People called in. Beverly from South Charleston is on the line and wants to talk. How you doing today, Beverly? What's going on?
I'm doing fine, but I just want to let you know that for my 80th birthday, the only thing I wanted to do was go to Dallas and see Cooper Flagg play for the Dallas Mavericks.
Oh,
and you haven't had any news on about Cooper Flagg, and he's up for Rookie of the Year. He's a fabulous basketball player.
Let me ask you, Beverly, over in South Charleston, what is your connection to Cooper Flagg? Why are you so interested in Flagg?
Oh, well, I used to live in Maine, and he's from Maine.
That's right. That's exactly right.
And his brother, Ace, plays for the University of Maine. His mother played for the University of Maine. And Cooper, he went to a basketball high school down in Florida, but this is his first year of the Mavericks, and they're not doing very well, but he's fantastic. Now, on my birthday, I got to go, but lo and behold, his foot was a problem, and so I didn't get to see him play, but I got to take a picture of him sitting on the bench.
There you go. So where'd you live in Maine?
I lived in Farmington. I lived in Saco. I lived in South Portland. I lived in Augusta. I lived around. I lived up there a long, long time.
Well, you know what?
Now, Cooper Flagg is from Newport, Maine.
Right. That's exactly right. Hey, you know what, Beverly? We're neighbors over there in South Charleston, so this criticism of me and my inability to talk about Cooper Flagg, I'm taking this rather personally.
Well, you don't need to. I've met you. I know Linda.
Okay.
And hence the key.
And
she knows Linda.
I'm kind of a neighbor, but I am just absolutely fascinated by this young boy and how well he plays.
Hey, thank you so much. Thank you.
Now, his roommate at the high school, the basketball high school in Florida, plays for the Charlotte Hornets.
Oh.
And he's fantastic, and he's up for Rookie of the Year as well.
Yeah, I think Kneppel's actually going to win it. He's had a fantastic year, and he's set the record for the most 3-pointers in a season this year. Hey, I tell you what, though, Beverly, thank you so much for calling. It was good to talk to you.
All right. I want to hear more about Cooper.
Oh, I'm on. Duly noted.
Stuff. Yeah, that's
duly noted.
And before Beverly leaves the air,
New York, but he's a native of Toronto. Here's an alley-oop, but Cooper's on the board. He dunks it on Jacoby Walter.
There we go. We got a little Cooper Flagg highlight for you.
There you go. Thanks, Beverly.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Oh, my. Coop.
You've been put on notice, sir.
All right. Let me just make a note here. Talk about Cooper Flagg. Talk less about the phone number. Okay. There you go. Wasn't that nice?
That was awesome.
Hey, when she said she knew Linda.
That's where the rubber meets the road right there.
That's when my backup lights came on when he said that. When she said that. Hey, before we go, we need to take a break here. But let me just get one quick clip in here from Rich Rodriguez. College football spring practice at WVU continuing. Mountaineers will put the pads on tomorrow. Rich Rodriguez says it's easier now for true freshmen to see playing time sooner than ever before.
I think it's easier now for a true freshman because they can come in the spring and because we can work with them in the summer a little bit, so it's not as rare, whereas most of the time the true freshmen are going to get redshirted. Now we don't recruit any freshmen with the idea that you're going to get redshirted. Even the quarterbacks, which is the hardest position as a true freshman, like Scotty played last year. But so we're, we tell all those guys when we recruit them, it's not just saying it to try to get them. Everybody that's on the field's got a chance to compete and play, and this freshman class is huge, but I think it's really talented, and a lot of them are going to play.
All right, there you go, Rich Rodriguez. Coop, I think we also have just one quick clip from the WBC last night. Team USA a win over Mexico. Aaron Judge, Roman Anthony hit a 3-run homer. On the mound, Paul Skeens was dealing, and he went 4 innings, 1 hit, and he struck out 7 in 4 innings. Here's a little bit of Skeens and doing work.
Here it comes to the 3-2 to Rosarena, and he strikes him out on the outside corner. Strikeout number 6 for Paul Skeens in his WBC debut. As advertised, putting on his nation's colors for the first time. 7 Ks for Paul Skeens and some help from Bobby Witt Jr. here in the fourth.
All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back and wrap up hour number 1 in just a moment.
Metro News Hotline, presented by Salango Law, will return right after these messages.
Sunshine, open roads, and a new Toyota from Dan Cava Toyota World. Lease an all-new Camry for as low as $398 a month. All new Tundras now up to $8,000 off. All new Tacomas now up to $4,500 off, or lease as low as $399 a month. $7,500 off the new BZ or 0% financing for 72 months. We've got a Toyota for you at Dan Cava Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop the world.
Hardwood Heat meets the Mountain State in Charleston. The 2026 West Virginia Girls High School Basketball State Championships, presented by Chick-fil-A. Saturday, March 14th. Every possession, every roar of the crowd, every championship moment live on Metro News Television, powered by GoMart. Watch on mobile, Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV, LG TV, and select Samsung Smart TVs. Details at wvmetronewstv.com to get in the action.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at wvhtf.org.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
Start your new year off right with a new ride from Dan Cava GMC. Come explore our 2026 GMC Acadias. Spacious, smooth, and made for everyday life. It's truly a fan favorite. Drive into winter with a new 2026 GMC Sierra, now up to $12,000 off, or lease as low as $499 a month. So upgrade your ride this year with us at Dan Cava GMC in Bridgeport. Shop the world.
When I was heavy, being on my feet all day seemed like torture. Makes you feel defeated. I'm just gonna be like this for the rest of my life. But then I thought, I'm done acting like that. I'm not gonna be like that anymore. Bariatric surgery at WVU Medicine helped me lose 265 pounds. It's always been my goal to have my own place. I want everyone to feel welcome here. I would never have been able to do all these things before without WVU Medicine.
It all comes down to this in Charleston. The 2026 West Virginia Boys High School Basketball State Championships, presented by Chick-fil-A. Saturday, March 21st. Every possession, every roar of the crowd, every championship moment live on Metro News Television, powered by GoMart. Watch on mobile, Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV, LG TV, and select Samsung Smart TVs. Details at wvmetronewstv.com to get in the action.
All right, that's going to put a wrap on hour number 1 of the show, but we're just getting started. We will take a look at the news at the top of the hour, come back, check out today's action in the financial markets, reset our question of the day, and Dave Brown from Steeler Depot is going to be here to talk about the Steelers and the just opened window of NFL free agency. This is Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia.
Hoppy Kercheval, 5:55 a.m. How early did you get in that day, by the way?
Probably 3:30.
How long did you do sign-on shift?
I signed on
7 years.
Not all.
6 days a week for 7 years.
Lightweight.
I know. Couldn't do it now. Now when I wake up at 3:30 to go to the bathroom. And go back to bed.
Welcome to the 2 o'clock hour, Metro News Midday, powered by Salango Law. Visit salangolaw.com on a Wednesday, and I apologize because Stephanie Pauly is our producer, one of the producers of the show, and normally she has everything. We have a thing we call the run sheet, when we have who we're calling and what we're doing and so on. And so, and Stephanie, I don't even know whether you know this, I did the run sheet today, and I put the wrong date on. I put 2025 on it, because how many of us in modern day actually write the date out anymore? I mean, you did it when you were in school, you did it back when people wrote checks and whatever. This may have been the first day that I have written the date down, and I was responsible for putting together the sheet. And my co-host, the lovely and talented AB, starts the show by saying January 24th, 2025, because she read it directly off the sheet. And it is indeed the year of our Lord, 2026.
Oh, yeah, he did find something out. Something, you're related to Thomas Jefferson?
Well, no, I'm not related to Thomas Jefferson, but I am related to Samuel Kercheval, who was a historian.
I'm going to tell you something about Samuel Kercheval. Him and Jefferson out smoking corn silk. Kercheval told him, Thomas, I don't know about this country. Might want to start again.
He could.
So I don't have a monitor here, so I really can't see what happens at the beginning of the show.
Mm-hmm.
So at what point do I pop up? When the music starts and Mr. Announcer comes on?
Yeah.
So they see all the little panic things that I do that I'm still in the process of setting up?
Yes. They see you shuffle about uncomfortably. They see you blow the dust off your headphones. They see you put in like 2 cough drops at the same time.
Oh, yeah. I don't do 2 at the same time. Yeah. Okay. All right. I don't know that. I should probably... Now, these shows are archived, right? So I can go back and watch them.
Yes.
So I could live this show in real time and then go home and, when I say something to Linda like, hey, did you hear when I did this? And I don't watch it. Well, let's get in front of the TV and watch me do it again for 3 straight hours.
Yes, it's archived just like the audio podcast.
Ah, that's right.
And see, this is the thing that gets the NCAA in trouble, when it goes to court here. Is there a clock or not? Greg, we talk about the clock all the time. Mm-hmm. If he began in 2019, the clock should have run out, whether he's played the 4 years or not. And that's part of the argument, because some guys go right through the clock, right? TJ Finley, we've mentioned many times on this show. 7th team coming up this year. He's playing for Incarnate Word. He's played 7 seasons at 7 different schools. Now, why hasn't his clock started? Why doesn't he have the 5-year clock? So if you're Aguilar, I get it.
He just bouncing him off the ropes. Somebody save this man. Oh, my Lord. Oh. Very nice, very nice. He hit him with everything he didn't want.
Yeah. 10 seconds remaining.
There'll be a direct snap here.
Snap back, it's Tyler. Tyler fakes the run. He throws, he's got an open man. Pass top 10, 5, end zone. It's a touchdown. Pulled in by Nestor. 3 seconds left.
Are you kidding me with the play call right there by Kevin Whiteman? Again, forget the game-winning field goal. Whiteman says, we're going to try and win this thing right now. The direct snap to Tyler sucked everybody up, and Nestor slips behind. What an unbelievable gutsy play call, and then perfect execution by these Falcons.
Things aren't always going to be great. And sometimes, you can work really, really hard and it's still not great. You're still not successful. But, if you continue to do it, one way or another, things are going to be work out. You're going to be successful. And it may not be in the world's eyes, but, God's made us this way. He's blessed us with so many things. And I think that's one of our attributes that we need to have is we're going to continue to work. We're going to continue to work hard. And if it doesn't work out exactly how we want, just keep plugging away because God's got better plans.
Hotline is a no politics zone. You can join the conversation. Text the show at 304-825-5304. 304-TALK-304. Here's the host for Metro News Hotline, Dave Weekley.
All right, welcome back to the show. Hour number 2, How Do You Do? Metro News Hotline, keeping you company in the afternoon here in West Virginia, right up until 6 o'clock on the Metro News Radio Network. Wherever you're listening to the show today, inside the state or beyond the borders, just trying to get a read on what's going on back home. We hope you're having a good day. Beautiful day here in Charleston. 78 degrees as we got on the air about an hour ago. A lot of stuff to get to in this particular hour. We'll take a look at what happened in the financial markets today. Kind of an interesting day in the markets. We'll detail that in a moment. Reset our question of the day, which on this beautiful day is about golf. And we've got some pretty interesting responses to it. Dave Bryan from Steeler Depot is going to be here, and what a perfect day to have him on. The free agency window opened yesterday in the National Football League, and the Steelers have been active. All teams have been active, but the Steelers especially active. And frankly, I'm pretty happy with some of the moves the Steelers have made. I'll ask Dave about that in just a sec. We'll get the entertainment report at 4:30 this afternoon. Then at 5:33, Steve Whittington from Select Cards and Collectables will join us. We like to have the sports collectibles guys on twice a month to give you a chance to send in your questions about sports collectibles that you have. You might be thinking about acquiring, maybe insuring, how to take care of your collection, anything involved with sports collectibles. The text line here is 304-TALK-304, 304-825-5304. We'll talk to Steve in about 30 minutes. A little bit later on in the hour, we'll open up the On This Date file, the 5 things to know at 5 o'clock in sports. There's a ton of stuff going on. Day 1 of the West Virginia High School girls basketball tournament. Metro News is your home for that. The first 3 games of the tournament are in the books. Games earlier today. In Single A, St. Mary's beat Pocahontas County 65-28. In Double A, Charleston Catholic was beaten by Wyoming East 63-53, and Tug Valley in Single A was a winner over Greater Beckley Christian 60-13 this afternoon. The evening session begins at 5:30. Gilmer County and Webster County, followed by a Double A matchup, James Monroe and Lincoln. Tucker County and Ritchie County, that'll tip it off. That'll wrap up the day at around 9:30-ish. Normally these games go according to Hoyle in terms of starting times. And over at the website, if you haven't been over there lately and you want to follow the girls' tournament, there is a ton of information over there about the girls' tournament. When you go to the main page, wvmetronews.com,